Hey y'all, I'm Danny, and this is Heard. Hi guys, welcome back to Heard the Podcast. I'm your wonderful host, Danny, and we are back for another episode. I'm here with, once again, MK in the back.
Yes, sir.
Can we hear you, MK? Is the microphone good on your end?
Yes,
On your neck of the woods?
Perfect.
I'm getting a new groove into how to edit with your stuff. So that was my adjustment. So I've been pushing the content out, and so that's been great. Been getting good feedback. I know that I'm gonna have to like get my numbers back up to when it used to be when I was posting consistently.
Yeah.
Because when you fall off, it takes a couple weeks for your algorithm to get back up there. So I'm gonna have to work on that. But it feels good to be putting out content again. Yeah, it feels good to be putting out content again. I just want to get back into my groove. But yeah, it feels really good to put out content again. And like I said, I'm gonna like try to post to Instagram. Instagram just so like it's one of my like I think Instagram is like my number 2. It used to be my number 1, but Instagram's my number 2. And number 1 is TikTok. Like that's my like favorite app right now. So, but I'm getting back into Instagram. But Marcus, let's talk about our weekend. We had a really nice weekend. Our cousin, we threw our cousin a surprise birthday party at the Live K Lounge at the Harbor, the karaoke place, the new place. It was so good. Like so I'm a smoker, right? I'm a smoker, but I am not a drinker, and I drunk so much because it's like y'all just throwing shots at us. It's just like, what do you want me to do? And you asking what drink I want? What did I'm supposed to just not order a drink? So like I drank so much. And we ended up going to the MGM afterwards. I had to get a ride. We had to ride with Miss Chalet to MGM, leave our cars in the garage at the Harbor, and we ended up going back to the cars and getting our cars and stuff. But like I didn't get back home until like 4 a.m.
Dang.
And then I was so beat. And then I was supposed to record the next day at noon here with Marcus, because Marcus was out there. Because what time did you end up leaving? You left like promptly.
Like 11.
Yeah, you left at a cute little time.
11:15,
Yeah, you left at a cute little time, but like I stayed out. So I was supposed to be here the next morning. I said, look, Marcus, I can't do it. Like I cannot do it. I couldn't even do it. I had to take a whole full day to recover. I'm getting old. Am I an old hoe now? Like now I really feel 30 because like usually like, but no, like we all been to college. We all had our party phase. Like I could like drink and smoke and do whatever the night before. And get up and go. I can go to class. Yeah. I could go to, I could get up and go to campus. And I always lived off campus. I could drive to school, and
Yeah, I mean,
I needed a whole full day to recover, Marcus. I didn't even do any of my grown shit that I needed to do. I didn't go grocery shopping. I couldn't. I just laid on the couch and put on Netflix and just like, I just had to recover it. It was really bad. I'm like, oh my God, I'm an old bitch. I'm really an old bitch.
Damn, it's getting bad.
Wow.
It's getting bad.
I really need to get back in the gym because if I had a gym flow, I feel like, or a gym metabolism, I feel like I could have bounced back a little bit better. But no, I couldn't even like. I'm like I can't even sit here and fake a conversation after that. I had to reschedule. Like, look, can we reschedule? And this is my little punishment, like working on a weekday. This like having this be my 5 to 9 after my 9 to 5. But anywho, but did you have fun, Marcus?
Yeah, no, it was fun.
You shot some footages, right?
Yeah, yes I did. So,
how's that?
It's good. I mean, it looked crazy. So
it looked crazy?
Yeah.
Oh my God. What you gonna title it? Simone's birthday party?
Yeah, probably. Oh, I might not even put a title on it.
Just gonna put the footage out? Ooh, send me the footage so I can post it.
I know, I'll send it to everybody.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
I'll send it to Simone first though.
That is insane. That's so funny. That's good though. Did they ask you to do that?
Nah, I just was like, I'm gonna just.
Yeah, just do it. Yeah, that's fun. That's dope. Yeah.
I already had it because I had to shoot actually at the Harbor before that.
Oh, so you was already down there?
Yeah, well, I was down there, but then I left because it was too much time in between. So I was like, I'm gonna just go home and come back.
Yeah, because I actually before I went to that, I went to my friend's birthday winery, and so I had like a little bit of a 2 hour.
Drinking.
That's the thing. Maybe that's what it was because I was drinking wine too.
Yeah.
Wow, maybe that's what it was too, because that was insane. I was drinking the whole day.
Yeah.
the early on it was wine and it turned into vodka later down the line. But yeah, but it was a nice little one. It was it's called Windbridge Winery in Gaithersburg.
Gaithersburg. Okay.
Yeah, so it was in Gaithersburg. It was cool. I still gotta post my Instagram pictures of that. I still have some Instagram posts to make from that whole day. But I was still proud of myself. Like, I got a busy day Saturday. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, let me go to this and this. But I like how, like, I like being busy and I like showing up to where I need to show up all together, like to everyone that day that I promised or whatever. So, that was fun. I want to go to more wineries. That's a vibe because when we were there, it was real chill, real nice. It was really pretty, and it looked like there was, like, of course, different parties going on. And then it was like a chill moment. And then we walked around the winery, like because when I was getting checked out, I was ordering my stuff. I went to go order my stuff at the counter. And the girl that rang me out, she said, yeah, like my family owns this winery. Like my uncle, he lives down there and my family house is down there. So I guess like her family like owns like acres or whatever. And I was like, this is a nice like retirement business to have, if you have a family or whatever. This is a nice passive income situation because this is actually the second winery I went to in Maryland. I think it was last like August-ish, maybe. Something like that. Last year, me and my friends went to this place called Two Lions Winery, and that was in like in Croom, I think, or like Brandywine-ish somewhere or whatever. And it was pretty cool. Like it's nice, a nice chill, social, and just you're relaxing, drinking wine. You can order food, you can do all those things, but it's a nice vibe. But when I was there with my friend the other day, of course we were there for her birthday, just to chill. It was really literally just me, her sisters, her cousins, and her aunts and her father. It was real chill, real cool. But we were walking around and stuff. We saw the land, and it was really nice. And we saw how people were. It looked like people were like they had like a wedding party. It seemed like, because I was like, because the way they were dressed, I'm like, this is a wedding party. This is a reception. What's going on here? And but my, how me, I'm gonna ask like, well, y'all got a wedding going on, or is this a wedding? It's like, oh no, it's somebody's birthday party. I'm like, oh, well, I got suits and ties. It was like suits and ties and all that. It looked like a reception or like a rehearsal dinner at least. Okay. But it was really nice. So I'm like, oh, let me put this on the list of things to do when it comes to the girls' night out or whatever. Because like I told you before, like with my birthday's coming up, I'm planning like different weekends. One weekend is the Cardi B concert, one weekend is the Rage Room, and one weekend is the birthday dinner or whatever. And I actually want to start like finding trails in Baltimore too. Because I just want to do it more of an activity with my friends. Like I said, I don't want to just go out, look cute, drink, and go somewhere or whatever, go to a concert or whatever. No, I love concerts, but I want to like do an activity. Because like I said before, like when I was in California, like for one of my birthdays a couple years ago, I made it a point to like, of course we want to be in California. We're gonna go and sightsee and go and like experience California, LA. But I wanted to go to Runyon Canyon because I want to at least do an activity. You know what I mean? So I want to get that I want to work that into my lifestyle. So I'm really trying to do that. So I'm going to actually find some trails, some hiking trails in Baltimore, and then eventually I want to gradually get into biking. So I'm going to do that too. I have an interest in that too. So I want to just put my mindset into being like becoming more active. And my sister was talking about how she was in some boxing classes, and I also wanted to do. I always wanted to do like some boxing classes. So I took kickboxing classes at one point. Back in like Hyattsville, those things are expensive as hell. But I had like a free trial or whatever, and I took a couple of kickboxing classes, and that's a really cool. It's a really cool activity to do, and like I think I really do need to like get into more like physical fitness and stuff, because like once I get myself into it and I do it, it's really fun, and it's like it helps with stress, and like it helps you deal with things differently. I feel like just being active and like putting your strength into something else, and just learning a coordination, learning a skill, learning a discipline. So I think I definitely want to get more into that. But yeah, my friends, they still live in PG County, and they were telling me, they started walking on the Woodrow Wilson Bridge because it's starting to get real nice. So they've been walking on that bridge and stuff. And I want to find some trails in Baltimore to do. But I'm really excited about this Rage Room coming up for my birthday. I'm really excited about that. I really wanted to do it because I saw it. Because I never really thought I never knew raging was like a thing until I used to watch a show called All American. You ever heard of All American?
I think so.
And there was one episode where they went to a rage room and they were like smashing printers and shit and clocks and all types of stuff. I said, oh, this is like a thing? So I was like, oh, I want to do this.
So is the
So yeah,
Rage Room you're going to? That's in Baltimore.
it's in Glen Burnie.
Glen Burnie. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So it's cool. Yeah, and that's you know these. You know, I don't know if you. I mean, I don't. Maybe he's. It's like an age limit, I guess. But I guess you'll probably find an alternative for like Mason or whatever. 'Cause, you know, like
Okay.
like those places like limit laser tag or like
Right. Right. Right.
paint splashing or
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
Tiffany said that she wanted to throw a Kiana Sweet 16 at that Live K place.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, she
Okay.
gonna do that. So it's like I like how we like, you know, we have different things to do. You know,
Mhm.
they're starting to build different things, and not always a lounge and stuff. Because maybe like, how do you think? Like, do you think that lounge culture is starting to die out, or like, what do you think? Because I'm starting to see more. Ooh, I'm starting to see more. My throat's recovering from the weekend too. Goddamn. But no, I'm starting to see more investments put in like activity places, like even with like Throw Social.
Yeah.
Like I haven't been there quite yet, but they're starting to work that into you know, different entertainers package, their promo package. Like they had Ari Lennox the one weekend do a walkthrough, and you know, they about to have Cardi B do an after party from her concert there. They had B2K and all them there, Bow Wow and all them, B5 was all them. They were there after their concert that one night. They're working it in as like they calling it Throw So. But I thought, because I never, like I said, I'd never been inside before, but to my understanding, I thought Throw Social was like a place where like they had like little interactions and like different like maybe gaming situations there. I'm not sure yet. Maybe they don't. I'll go and see. But the name Throw Social just feels, you know, like, okay, this is like more of like, it doesn't give, even though it probably is a lounge, or maybe it's not. I don't know. What I've seen, y'all, is people doing like after show concerts there. So I don't know if it's like a concert hall mixed with like a mixer situation. You got some cabanas over there. You can sit and do like, you know, it's more of like a open area. It's not like a club culture where it's like, ooh, exclusive. Let's block out these sections. This is like uppity, but it's more like, okay, let's interact. We're here for this after party. We're here for this whatever. So I don't know. I've noticed that like the people are kind of like reworking like after at like, you know, after night, what's it called, night after, or what's it called,
It's like
what's it
after
called,
parties, after parties,
nightlife.
after,
They're like
yeah,
reworking the nightlife scene,
yeah.
and I see a pattern. Yeah, like, you know, Cardi B. Oh, Cardi B gonna have her after party at the joint. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, what you think? Like, you think the lounge culture is dying out, or like, what do you think? Like, would you be someone that would want to start a restaurant at some point, or like want to start a lounge, or like if you were an entrepreneur and you wanted to start something, would you go that route, or would you like, what route would you go?
Nah, I wouldn't go lounge restaurant. Not to say they can't be like profitable. I mean, and I am an entrepreneur, so
Mm-hmm.
so I'm saying, but nah, but like I probably wouldn't go lounge restaurant. I just think for me,
Mm-hmm.
those type of things you got to be like super passionate about
Mm-hmm.
them, and
Because you're gonna have some good days and bad days.
yeah. I mean, which is in any type of field in entrepreneurship is you have to be passionate about what it is you going after because it'll test you. But I don't think I'll be able to like you know put up with it really. I mean, actually, I have a friend. I just talked to him today. My man Epic. He has a lounge. It's called Epic Lounge. It's like uptown Georgia Avenue.
He just opened it or something?
Yeah, recently it's within the last like year, but it's he's doing pretty good. It's like an after same thing. It's like an after hour spot. So he stays open till like 6 in the morning. Like
Ooh, it would probably be Africans up in there. Because I remember I went to an African like party one night in Silver Spring. Like it was at some lounge, but like they be partying until 5 a.m. So I'm like, damn, y'all, god damn.
I mean, it's African Americans in there. Maybe Africans.
No, I'm talking about first generation Africans. They be in there.
I know, but I'm talking about in the spot. I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But no, he does. He has a lounge going and it's flourishing. So I'm proud of him too. Shout out my man Epic.
I might check it
But,
out.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. Me personally, I wouldn't. But I mean, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I know that's like I said. I know people who are flourishing in that space. So I mean, I'm pretty, especially in the DC area. It's still hope for the lounge, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
definitely, I think the activity style lounge is probably like the way to go to. That way, you know, just like you said, Kiana gonna have her Sweet 16 at the K Live spot. It still can be, you know, everyone can enjoy it. You know.
Yeah, something needs to be in it where it's like it feels more festive, or it feels more interesting. I know I used to go to different parties and stuff up I think it's like the Eaton Hotel in DC,
Okay.
and at that rooftop where they would have like all the parties. I used to go to that a lot. And it just felt, even though it was like still like a party, like whatever, like a club thing or whatever, still felt like different because I was just taking the elevator, or I was going to a hotel and taking the elevator all the way up to the top floor, and I'm still like, it's still a part of something else that it could, I don't know. It just felt like something else was a part of it that made it feel different than a regular club lounge situation.
Right.
And then plus they will also have like celebrity walkthroughs, and people will come and interacted to promote or whatever, like because when people want to promote stuff, they do like the podcast, the morning show interviews, and now they do the after the nightlife situations where they do bookings, at events like throw socials and like Eden Hotel or whatever. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I just like that really took that. I needed a full day to recover that day. That was insane work. That was insane work. But yeah, when I left the winery, I had like a 2-hour window. So I went to Uncle Junior house for a little bit, and then we went to the thing. Cause I was like, if I go back up north, I'm staying up there.
Yeah.
Cause I was already in Gaithersburg. It was already not that bad from where I was at.
Right. Right.
But anywho, and then also I've been seeing that that Cardi B has her hair, because she had the pre-sale of her new Haircare product called Grow Good come out today, and I really wanted to try it because I'm really trying to be into my hair care and like recovering my hair. So I'm gonna get into that when that drops, and that drops a couple days before my birthday, which is really cool because I am planning on getting myself birthday gifts. So I do want to do that because I got my. It's another thing too about having natural hair and silk presses. I freaking halfway sweated out my silk press at that daggone karaoke, cutting up like that, and I had to touch my edges a little bit. I had to get my roots over. I had to touch my roots again when I got home too before I went to bed. I was like, let me get these roots right now, because if I go to bed and it gets worse, it's gonna be crazy. So I went in at 4 a.m. I was like, let me tap these roots again real quick with this flat iron. So it looks better now. But because I'm getting braids for all of April and May. And then I might end up getting braids again in July when we go on our family vacation again. So, but I want to rack up on some good hair care products and stuff. And I want to see how much my hair grows, because I be talking to my hairdresser and I be like, oh my God, I'm so mad. Cause I'm still recovering from me doing slick back ponytails using Gorilla Snot, and I had no business using Gorilla Snot. It is not for everybody. The Gorilla Snot ripped my hair out so bad, and so now I'm just recovering my hair, and I'm like, being more I'm being more on top of my trims. So I'm getting trims every 6 weeks. So I've been doing that, and I was telling my hairdresser the other day, I was like, yeah, I'm so bald head. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so bald head. She's like, girl, your hair's growing back. It's fine. Like, because I always grow up with a lot of hair. So it's just like when my hair is like at its all time like shortest and like least healthy, I'm like, oh my God, this is the end of the world. I remember my hair was never like this. But I had her cracking up. My hairdresser is funny as hell. I love a Baltimore hairdresser. But anywho, moving along. Wait, didn't you get your locks cleansed, right?
Yeah.
Well, how often you get your locks cleansed?
Probably like once or twice a month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You like it? You like that therapy, like the hair therapy?
Yeah, because since we moved here, Denasia got the shampoo bowl, so I'm like begging her all the time, like, can you wash my hair?
You want to play in the shampoo bowl?
Yeah, she got the steam treatment
like a baddie.
services. She got the steam treatment services,
Mm-hmm.
the mint and hibiscus. I don't know what it is called, eucalyptus, whatever. But no, it's nice though. Yeah.
But anywho, so I managed to jot some things down before I got here that we can discuss. Okay. So I am so irritated because Jay-Z, he announced some shows at the Yankee Stadium in July. Because first he's gonna be at the Roots, not the Roots. Yeah, the Roots Picnic. He's gonna be at the Roots Picnic in May. And then he's doing a couple of shows in New York for his 25th anniversary album and his 30th anniversary album. Let me see. I think it was 30th anniversary for Reasonable Doubt and 25th anniversary for, what was it? It wasn't Blueprint. Let me see. Hold on. Yep. 30th anniversary for Reasonable Doubt and 25th anniversary for Blueprint. He's doing first it started off as him doing 2 shows at the Yankee Stadium, but those sold out. Then they added a third show on Sunday, because it's supposed to be Friday and Saturday. It's his 2 shows, and then they added a third show on Sunday. That freaking sold out. There's some websites that still have his tickets, but I didn't know that they were going on pre-sale at all. Like they went on pre-sale on Monday, and I'm mad because I wanted to get some tickets. So I'm just gonna see. Like I glanced at the tickets before I got here, and they're already in the thousands. They already trying to resell them for like $2,000, something crazy. So. I'm gonna see what I can do, but if I can't, like, hopefully they'll announce some type of live stream link that I can just live stream it in. But I wouldn't have mind. I've driven to New York before from Baltimore, so I wouldn't have mind like doing a road trip or whatever, and like getting a hotel with a friend. But I love driving. I love New York. I love driving to New York. Like I don't know, Marcus. Like would you've driven to New York before, right? Well, yeah, you have. It's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not. It's like 4 hours from here.
Oh, from you, yeah, it's like 3. It's like 3 hours from me. Like, it's not that bad. And like, I don't know. I'd rather if I'm up for it, I'd rather drive to New York than take the bus.
Yeah. Well, the only thing is depending on where you going, because you got to figure out where you're gonna put your car, man.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, because when I went, I slept at a friend's house.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you get like an Airbnb or a hotel or something like that.
Yeah, and then they have parking for you, but
you don't want to just park it on the street. Yeah.
And then just figuring it out, it's gonna be expensive, or just you just don't know. The parking situation is crazy.
Yeah, and then they so aggressive out there. They don't give a fuck out there on the road. They don't. But I didn't mind though. I really didn't mind. Like driving to New York and then driving. I was driving around that night too.
Okay.
I didn't mind at all. So like, yeah, I would love to do another road trip to New York. But luckily like I said, like I just discovered that there's some Waffle Houses out in Maryland. So because I was going to do a road trip to get a Waffle House, whatever I want at some point. And then also I still want to do a road trip to Philly to get a Philly cheesesteak in Philly.
You never done it?
I never done it. I will do that though. You done that?
Yeah.
And came at the same night?
Yeah. Well, I've just been I've been going to Philly my whole life. My dad.
Your dad lived, yeah. But no, I want to just go one night, like go one night and then come back.
Yeah.
Because Philly from Baltimore is like maybe like under 3 hours.
No, it's not even that. It's like an hour and a half.
It depends on where you Philly or Pennsylvania.
Philly.
Okay, because I know Pennsylvania, you can get to Pennsylvania off of York Road. But I'm talking about Philly, not Pennsylvania.
Philly from Baltimore is I drive up there all the time. Like it's like an hour and a half. I'm going up there next week actually.
Oh, for your father?
Yeah, but the kids going there for spring break, and we're gonna stay at the W Hotel in Philly.
Oh, okay, that's dope.
But it's like from Baltimore, it's nothing. It depends on traffic and stuff too. My traffic, but if it's no traffic, it's like
I want to go one day. I'll bring a friend. I ain't gonna go by myself, but I'll bring a friend. Yeah, I want to go to Philly for a Philly cheesesteak.
Yeah.
Because I've been to Philly before.
You know where you would go to get one?
No, I'll just Google it one day. Yeah, or I'll go on TikTok and see what TikTok has to say. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
I would say like Ishkabibbles though. Like
I heard of Ishkabibbles.
And like D'Alessandro's is pretty good. Yeah, like those are like at least.
Can you sit in and eat?
Yeah. Ishkabibbles has a spot on South Street that you can sit down and eat. I haven't been in years now, and then I don't know if you can eat in D'Alessandro. I don't even remember to be honest.
Yeah. But I'm going to go.
Yeah.
I'm going to go. And I'm going to make a night trip to Waffle House, too, because I always wanted to do, like, a nighttime Waffle House because when I was in North Carolina, I went to Waffle House, like, early in the day, and I wasn't impressed, and I told people that I wasn't impressed. And like, why you go at 2 p.m., 3 p.m.? You're supposed to go after hours when they fighting. I'm like, why I gotta go when they fighting and about to have an attitude and shit? Why I got to do that? It should be good regardless.
Right. I think they think it tastes better because they be drunk around then. So
right. Oh, maybe that's why. Shit. Anywho. Moving along though, into the meat of the program, Heard on the Curb. Yeah, so Jay-Z has announced his anniversary concerts at the Yankee Stadium. Like I said, I'm pissed that I couldn't get tickets. Hopefully, if it's in my destiny to go see him live, I will go see him live. If not, hopefully there's a live stream situation going on. Hopefully, and I actually would imagine that they would announce some sort of live stream situation because it's to his anniversary it's like, why not? But he did a cover story on GQ magazine, Jay-Z, which was really cool. And I really appreciated it because I watched the interview before I got here. He interviewed with a young man actually. Let me say his name. Okay, his name is Fraser Tharp. He's a young guy. I know this is probably like his dream come true, because in the interview he talked about how he was such a Jay-Z fan. I know this was a dream come true for him, and I love how Jay-Z sat down with that young man to talk. But he did a wonderful GQ interview. He covered a lot of things. He covered Blue Ivy going on stage with Beyonce, and how because did you go to Renaissance?
No.
Did you go to Cowboy Carter?
No.
Okay, so I went to Renaissance. I didn't go to Cowboy Cardi, but I saw all the clips and stuff. And of course, like Blue Ivy, she improved drastically from the first time she was on stage with Beyonce at Renaissance, and we were all impressed by her. She was involved in almost every number on the tour, and she was like keeping up with all the dancers. She did an amazing job. And he was talking about how she never had to fight for something, and she learned to fight for something because they talked about her real bad the first time around, and she was, he talked about how she was like, F it, I'm gonna do what I want to do. This is what I want to do, and she fought through it, and she was disciplined, and she was dedicated to doing it. He even said that he had to tell, and I already knew this because he's a father, but he said that he even had to say oh yeah, she can't perform during 6-inch heels. I don't like that. Don't talk about this. No, not on this song, not on that song. No, he said that he had to take her out of certain songs. No, we're not doing that. Not with you. And I knew that because I knew that, and even with certain choreography, when they would have her on stage and then have her leave the stage, I knew that he was like, yes, no. I knew that, and I'm sure Beyonce too. She's the parent as well, but the father's like, nah, and she ain't wearing that either because she was wearing pants, and she was wearing a 2-piece set each damn time, long pants. Oh, yeah. She ain't wearing no skirt, no nothing. Just pants, long pants, and cowboy boots, and a cowboy hat. That's it. But anyway, yeah, that was nice to hear. And then also remember when the whole Diddy stuff was at its peak, they tried to throw Jay-Z's name in there and saying that, oh, he was at this party and did this, and he was accused of doing this with someone back in 2001 and da 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 da. He covered that in the sit down interview that they posted on YouTube. He covered that. He said that was a dark time for him, and it was great that people were still by his side, and even with the whole paternity thing where that guy keeps coming out saying that Jay-Z's his father. He said that he stuck to his guns and he didn't he was like, no, I'm not built like that. I'm not about to sit here and take no paternity test. I'm not doing it, because basically if he took paternity test, it will be another domino effect of other things that would come behind that. So that was that, and I feel I know some people think that, oh, that is his. Some people, I heard people say oh, that probably is his kid. It looks just like him, or some people are saying, oh, that is his kid or whatever. And even if it is his kid or not his kid, him taking a paternity test would open the floodgates for more people to come out, whether it's negative or not. Right. It would still open the floodgates. Right. And he's Jay-Z, you doing a public paternity test like this is just no, that's not gonna work. Yeah. And you can't even trust nobody with no damn NDA on that. It's just too much. Yeah. And then also, I enjoyed he covered he touched base on the Kendrick and Drake beef, and he was just saying, essentially he enjoyed the beef, he enjoyed the back and forth or whatever, it was a good back and forth, and it was Kendrick had one hell of a year behind that, but he was saying he was mentioning what he says his quote, the 4 pillars of hip hop. He said breakdancing, DJing, graffiti, and battling. And he said, breakdancing and graffiti and DJing, they had its time. And right now, battle rap is in the forefront. And he was saying, it turned into something so gross and disgusting. It's he don't even like he said, I don't even like the beef rapping no more, because now you told people with kids is involved, and now you're doing all this. It gets to a nasty place, and it's not just battle rap no more. Right. And he even said I know it sounds crazy that I said this, because he's I'm not into the rap beef no more, because he had the most one of the most notorious rap beefs. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But so he was chuckling when he said that. I mean, he was just I'm just over the rap beef. It's too much. People's kids, and even with Kanye had his little moment on Twitter when he was talking about his kids. It was it's a whole situation. So this drama between rappers is too much, and it gets too messy because they're in the industry and they know each other's business and all, and that we don't know. We always learn that tea from them. You know what I'm saying? So it was just we didn't know this and that. So yeah, he was just it just got too nasty, where it's I don't even like this rap beef shit no more. But he defended his decision to have Kendrick on the Super Bowl. He was yeah, he had one hell of a year. That's just right. And people tried to say, he talked about how people tried to say oh, he picked his allegiance to Kendrick by having him on Super Bowl against Drake. And he was just no, Kendrick had a hell of a year. And you forget I'm fucking Jay-Z. I don't care. Like, it's like I'm still
Right.
Jay-Z. Like, and I like again, I'm like,
Hey.
drop your nuts. Like,
Hey, man.
drop your nuts real quick. Cause like drag your nuts real quick. Like, but no, like I'm still like allegiance to get like I'm still Jay-Z, by the way.
Right,
like
I
I don't
can do
need
what-
to
I
have
can do
an
what
I don't need
want.
to pick
Yeah.
no sides with
Yeah,
nobody.
yeah. Like what?
I don't need to do none of that shit. Like, no, I'm still Jay-Z. Don't let's not forget that. And that brings me back to Kid Rock talking about some damn DEI hire, nigga. Fuck you again. Cause like what? Who is Kid Rock? What have you done for your community?
Second episode. Okay.
Anyway, so I'm just no. So yeah, I like how he did that. Like I like, and the thing is like he don't do that too often because it's a given. But it's like, I'm still Jay-Z, right? You talking about I need to pick I'm picking sides and my allegiance is to Kendrick. I'm still Jay-Z, right? Like, no, I'm fine. Kendrick just had a great year. He had #1 records. He won 5 Grammys. It's just like he had a hell of a year. And now I'm seeing a trend now because Bad Bunny, he did the Super Bowl and he had a hell of a Grammy season as well. So maybe that's a part of the package now. Super Bowl performance, Grammy sweep. I don't know. Whatever, we'll see. But anywho, I do enjoy that though. We don't hear a lot from Jay-Z. And I think that it's cool that he's doing those anniversary shows. Because he doesn't really have to. I don't know if he has up his sleeve. I'm not sure. But I'm ready for Beyonce because the Met Gala's in May. We're almost in April. You haven't released your songs yet. We know Act 3's coming. So sister, get the music out and drop this tour next year because I'm ready. Anywho, let's stay on the nose of it all, Marcus. Because listen to this. So Julez, Solange's son, has been in the news lately. And he's 21. And I will say this though, before I get into everything, I will say this: 21 is he's a grown man, but 21 is still super young. I've done and said some of the most cringiest things in my early 20s. Like I've oh my god, like the most like I feel like my more traumatic moments happened between the ages of like 20 and 23 or some shit. Like so it's just like 21 is grown. Cool, but like it's still you still developing. You still a young adult. Like at the end of the day, like you still doing shit. So Jules is a young adult and he has access and he's good looking and so that comes with what it is. But so he's been in the news a couple on the social media streets for a few days now. So the other day they were mad at him for not doing any interviews at this like gay club walkthrough that he got booked for, like during Pride. I don't know, some gay club walkthrough he got booked for that he went to, and he didn't want to do any like after hour interview or whatever, and like they called him homophobic for that. I don't know. So it was a whole thing about like, should you guys keep booking people, booking straight people to do gay events and all this stuff? It was a whole situation with that because it's always a conversation with that though, Marcus, because the same way you see how people are doing all these shows and all these tours out of nowhere, like because they want to make their money, like all these legacy acts. They're finding a way to book tours, like Boyz II Men, New Edition. They're all joining forces to go on tour together and like all these things. And Pussycat Dolls, we're gonna talk about them later on. But they talk about how the Pride circuit saves legacy acts, like people that aren't topping the charts. They still are able to book shows at gay pride events because the gay people are going to consume their stuff. Like, there's anyone I think Tank did a few gay pride shows or whatever, but he's respectful and he embraces everyone. Right. But it becomes an issue when it's straight people that act cringy towards the community but just want to get that check. Right. And they were kind of accusing Julez of being that way, like, oh yeah, you can take this money to do a walkthrough, but you can't do an after hours interview, like you're weird. Like that was the whole thing behind that. Yeah. So it's just like, I don't know, like I don't like if my whole thing is like, if you're going to book they know that they're booking someone straight, but still, like I still feel like there should come with some decency. Like, embrace the community. Like, you're getting a check, they embrace you, so embrace them. So don't be weird. I don't know about the after hour interview thing. I don't know, but whatever. But anywho, Julez, he's making his rounds. Like, I don't know. I kind of like I don't know really what to think about him right now at this moment because he actually is a male model and he's been a part of like past fashion weeks and he's been published and all that stuff. I haven't seen him this past Paris Fashion Week or whatever. I've just seen him in some mess. But it's just like I don't know, like I don't why is he not at someone's Paris Fashion Week? Why is he on the Shade Room hugged up and kissing on Tommie Lee, who was like 41 years old? And it's just we like it's just this time. So you don't know, you probably don't know Tommie Lee. Danae probably know Tommie Lee. But Tommie's like a reality show girl. Okay. She was on Baddies. She was on Love and Hip Hop. She actually was on the cover art for Bad and Bougie. Okay. Eating the noodles. That was her. The girl eating the noodles on Bad and Bougie cover. That's her.
But no, I know Tommie.
You know Tommie Lee?
I be watching
yeah. So like she be like she's a crash out or whatever. Yeah. And she's 41 years old, and she was like hugged up on like she was on Julez' back one night. I don't know if they left from the club or something like that. I don't know, but she was on. He was carrying her on his back. They was walking down the sidewalk and they was flirting and stuff. And they it looked like they were making out in like the Sprinter or whatever. It was a whole situation. Julez is 21 and she's 41. Mm-hmm. Solange, his mother, is 39. So Tommie is older than his mama. Damn. Cutting up like this, and we all just looking like, what in the world? Like, because on one end, Julez, come on now, like stop. Like I know you're a young man, but stop. You know better than that. We don't even have to explain to you why you know better than that. But then also with any one of these people on the other end of things, they want to have access or they want to have some sort of proximity to Beyonce, and I feel like her grown ass, for the ones not old, but her grown ass, she knew what she was doing and she knows what she's doing with who she's doing it with. These people just want to have like, it's just you get a kick out of knowing that you have some sort of connection to Beyonce. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like you're with his nephew and it's just like, like, girl, this is messy. You're messy as fuck. Like it's just like, but it is anyone on that end of things when it comes to him, because he's a young man, he's attractive. He's probably horny as hell. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like these people are going to come and he's going to have more interactions. It's going to be but it's just like, dang, like, it's like, dang, I almost want to say, are you like, you low key lowering your family stock a little bit, my nigga? Like you just doing goofy ass shit. Cause it's one thing where he's cool with different streamers, because I see that he's cool with like Mendici, Mendici's from Love and Hip Hop. Yeah. Mendici's son has like a Twitch channel or whatever. He's cool with them and the sons, whatever. He did a Twitch stream with this girl named Jordan Lucas last week, and they had like a little bowling date or whatever. And he was discussing the whole gay pride thing, club walkthrough stuff, and whatever. But that's one thing. Like you're looking up with streamers, and that's one thing. Like you're whatever. And like I wasn't too mad at that, because like you still like I'm never going to tell someone whether Beyonce's your aunt or not. Like it's always good to do the groundwork. Yeah. Like the throw socials, do a walkthrough, the after, even though it was you had a concert just now, do an after party. I will never like not say don't do the groundwork. Like so when you're doing collabs or streams and stuff like that, and you're doing all these things, that's groundwork for me. Like that's groundwork to me. So like cool, like you probably want to do more things than just model, right, whatever. Right. But I'm like, damn, like you had a whole little like fashion thing about you. You just playing with the bottom of the food chain, like with like reality stars. But no, for real. So Tommie is 41 years old. Like he's older than her. She's older than her mama.
Yeah, Tommie bad though, but
she's bad. But it's like you somebody, and she's somebody's mama too. I think her daughter's like his age. I think you too old for that, girl. Like you, but no, we know that she's playing games. Like you just like you with Beyonce's nephew. Yeah. This is Beyonce's nephew to you. Mm-hmm. Like that's just what that is. And you just want to have that proxy. You just want to feel like you have like a taste of something. Yeah, he just like that's what that is. He's trying to hit, man. You would not be doing no random ass 21-year-old that no one knows. Like no, this is Beyonce's nephew. He's attractive. He's a handsome young boy. He is. But of course, because she posted the clips on Snapchat of her on his back talking about how fine he is, and he flirting back with her. Then she pulling at him to kiss her inside the Sprinter or whatever. She's posting that someone's recording them kissing.
And she
You know someone's recording you. Then, but she's recording herself on his back. But she posted it on Snapchat, right? And nowadays Snapchat is paying people to post on their platform. So, girl, you're posting on Snapchat, like what this is a business. This is a transaction thing. Weird. That's what I feel. And then you're kissing, or like it seems like you're kissing him, kind of like you don't see her in the truck. You just see him, and it looks like they're kissing. But of course, the next day she released a statement saying, "LOL, this was fun. Hate to break it to y'all, I'm not that type of girl. Peace." Like whatever smooches or whatever. Like, girl, no, you got a phone call. There were some phone calls made.
They nipped it in
the they nipped it in because like this is weird. You're weird as fuck. How you say I'm not that type of girl? Like I'm not that kind of girl, but you're posting these things on your Snapchat of you with this 21-year-old boy that is a nephew of this. And then I love Solange. Like I love Solange, but like I love Solange. Like she's one of my favorite. No. And I'm not saying Beyonce nephew. I'm saying it as like you're thinking this is Beyonce. This is Beyonce's nephew. You're thinking about Beyonce and how you want to have some type of proximity to Beyonce. And now you get to say, oh, I was messing around with her nephew. Like you get to talk about that story now in the group chat. And that's weird to me in your 40s. You know what I'm saying? And it's weird that you take these measures to like up your algorithm engagement, whatever you're trying to do. You know what I mean? But it's like you releasing a statement saying this was fun. I hate to break it to y'all. I'm not that kind of girl. Like what? You posted these things for us to talk about. I think there was a phone call. Because I feel like Solange. I feel like Solange will get down with you. She don't give a fuck. That's her child. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, it's a grown man, but that's her child. Huh? Yeah. But it's just like, yeah, so I don't know if there was a phone call or maybe her and Julez had an agreement, like a little messy like social media agreement, because that's the thing. People link for social media.
For sure.
Social media antics or whatever. For sure. So I don't, but it's just like does this count as groundwork for him? Because I'm like, you don't gotta do this, Julez. Like you doing like little messy social media link ups, like internet link ups, is that's what you're doing? I don't think you have to do this.
Listen, you are talking about him.
We would have talked about him. Well,
would you? I didn't know who the
if he walked in fashion, if he walked at Paris Fashion Week last week or 2 weeks ago, I would have talked about that. Okay. Or that definitely would have been on our phones, because he's been like, when he was in the Fashion Week last year, like he was on our phones, like he was posted everywhere and all that stuff, like. So I feel like he didn't have to be at the bottom of the barrel with the mess with this. Right. So I don't know. I don't know why this was a thing, but it was weird. And then also they was Miss Tina. She had a rough couple of weeks with her gumbo. She sold she had her own gumbo stand at the Houston Rodeo. I think it was a week ago or some time ago, and at some point, the health department had to get involved and all these things, and people were making videos about how disgusting the gumbo is and make them throw up, and it was a whole big thing with that. And then on top of that, Julez was on Jordan's Twitch stream talking about how his grandma gumbo only a 7.9 out of 10. I'm like, why would you say that online? Like, you supposed to just say, like, why would you say that online? No, like, what is wrong with you? Like, it's just like, what is wrong with you? But he also said, Marcus, my most traumatic situations happen between 20 and 23. So like, I'm not judging him. I've done and said like, it's just, I've been through it in my early 20s, but I'm like, nigga, you know, I hope he finds his way. But that was weird. I just feel like, girl, you too old for that. And like, for you to even take these measures it's just like, shouldn't you be further in your career? Like, come on now, at least Jocelyn get her own cabaret. All right. So anyway, Latto's pregnant. Yeah. We all know it's 21 Savage's baby, right? Whatever, right? We all know 21 Savage. He had his hand with his tattoos in it in the video and all these things, and it was scrapbooks with his pictures in it and all this stuff. We all know it's 21 Savage, right? So now the conversation is, wow, like, Latto is, technically having a baby with a married man. And that was the whole conversation, of course, behind it. Latto, I think to my understanding, they've been together for like around 5-6 years. And, they've been hush hush. They never really came out and said, I'm with them, whatever. But we all knew, we all saw clues, we all knew, they just never came out and said it. So to my understanding, 21 Savage is married because he had a citizenship issue. I guess when ICE snatched him up, I heard that, I guess it's when ICE snatched him up, he got married to one of his baby mothers to like be able to stay in the U.S. or whatever. And I don't know if he did that while he was involved with his baby mother, or if him and Latto were involved, or just getting involved, or whatever. I don't know. But Latto is with him, and he's on paper a married man. And Latto, she always gives hints about like her man, but it's none of our business. Don't ask me. But my man, like, she talk about her man, but when we ask and stuff, it's like none of your business. But I always felt like she kept it under wraps because it was just messy. It looked too messy. It was too much to talk about. He is a married man and you're with him. So I feel like that is the only reason that she wanted to not say it's 21 Savage, because 21 Savage has had public relationships. Like, he's been with Emma Rose, like, and this was before he was married, I believe. So I do understand the whole marriage citizenship thing, but I don't believe her, Latto, when she says that it was none of your business. You just don't want to. It's too messy to even say. I feel like if it was up to her, she would tell us it's 21 Savage. She will go on photo shoots and all types of stuff with him, because he's in the videos and stuff. And, he's in the videos with the hand placements and all these other things. But I just feel like, it wasn't totally up to her to be public about it. I just feel like it was just messy, and they're probably just insecure about how messy it is, because we're all still talking about what it is, because we all some of us, most of us know what it is, but it's not amplified the way it would be if she just flat out was just showing it and like, here you go. It would be more. It's still conversation, but it will be even more conversation if she was out with it.
That's what I was gonna ask you, because it's like, I mean, we already know.
Yeah.
It's him, but like, yeah, just like you said, if it was out there, like, yeah, we together. Well, we looked on public record and see that he has a wife. Yeah, I mean,
she can still dodge the scrutiny because she didn't say out of her mouth 21 Savage. You know what I'm saying? But like in the video, you put his hand in the video. We match the tattoos. Yeah. You're showing him in the video subtly, but you're showing him. And I guess it's like, fuck it, I'm about to have his baby. It is what it is. Bring it on. You already know. Bring it on. Because I guess I mean, maybe it was smart for her to like keep it cute, because you still warmed us up to what it is anyway. Right. So it's like not like a shocker. We're not going to be talking about, you know what I mean? Right. Yeah, they said that 21 Savage's wife was liking the pregnancy announcement picture. So I guess she approves of it, I guess. I don't know. Maybe she gets an allowance every month because she's the wife. Yeah, everyone's happy. I think everyone's happy. It is what it is. Whatever. She, as long as she's taking, I'm like, as long as you're taking care of me, I'm fine. Do what you want to do. Get whoever you want to get pregnant. I don't care. I don't know when it comes to these things, and of course, another reason too that they can't come out public is because, it's illegal it's a fraudulent marriage, basically. It's illegal to have a fraudulent marriage. So that is another good reason for her not to come out and say it's 21 Savage, because he is married, so it's like fraudulent if she comes out and says it. I think it's fine to like put out little clues in videos because it's art. It's considered art, so that could be like the whole protection when it comes to that. Right. She can tell you it's him in her art and not online, because again, that would be fraud. And he'll be taken back. This administration, he'll be snatched up real quick before you can say 21. So before you can say pussy, like, you know what I'm saying? Before you can say, like, you know what I mean? So yeah, I guess you can't really say anything now, huh?
I mean, I think they're doing it perfectly. I think it's tasteful. I think it's cool. The way she came out, I think Latto one of the best female rappers. Like,
she is.
I think she is the best to me.
The best. Sure. I think Latto can definitely. She's a great rapper. I think she's one of my favorite rappers too. I think I was just talking about this with Baker on TikTok Live the other day. I was saying how with Latto, she's just like with my issue with Megan about how her production of her songs and stuff. I think that Latto is just now starting to make good songs. Like before, Latto was trying to find herself, and I feel like she was trying to follow different formulas, like other people's formulas with the the Big Energy record. Because that Big Energy song was shopped around for a minute. Like it went to Cardi B first and went to so and so first before it got to her. But she tried to do like the big smash pop rap hit with the Big Energy, which helped her a lot.
Right.
But it just seemed like she was still trying to find her identity. Like it seemed like she was still trying to follow other people's formulas. With the lace fronts and the leotards on stage, just different people's formulas, and she's finally coming into her own with, like, she's wearing her real hair out now. Like, I don't like when girls look alike, and I feel like I really liked how Latto came out and was like, you know what, I'm gonna wear my real hair, and she looks younger with her real hair out, and she has natural blonde hair. No, a lot of girls don't have that in the rap game. A lot of girls don't have that look that she has. Right. So I think that I'm glad that she's embracing her natural look because it sets her apart from the other girls. But I feel like, Latto, the last project, within the last project, she's really starting to make better songs now, in my opinion. She, after the Big Energy, she had money behind her after Big Energy, but then like everything, things that happened after that kind of flopped. So I see why, because she did mention that the label is not really behind her financially that much. And another thing too is with me, like Marcus, what I've said in the past, like, I'm not really, like, now that I see things and I have my own opinion about certain things, I'm not too quick to blame the label for certain things when it comes to promo or just putting things behind the artist if they have tried before and they didn't get their ROP back. Right. I mean, their ROI back. ROI, right. You know what I mean? Right. So I feel like, after the Big Energy era, it was some flops. Like, she put out an album and it flopped real bad. The 7/7, it flopped real bad. I'm not saying it's bad quality. I'm saying that it flopped performance-wise. It flopped real bad. So I could see why a label wouldn't want to back you too much. So you notice after that era, when she came out with more songs and she started picking up hits again, you could tell, like, from the videos still look cool, but you can tell when a video is more like guerrilla style, or like, it's choppy. It's like, more of like a IRL kind of vibe to the video and not like a production storyboard situation. Mm-hmm. And I was getting a lot of that from her after her Big Energy era, and I can tell, like, whatever. I mean, whatever. But like, but that's when she started coming back with hits like Put It On The Floor and Big Mama and Sunday Service. Like, she started coming back out with her songs, with good songs, because like I said, she wasn't making good songs like that. She wasn't a song girl for me. She could rap, but it just was too much of you cosplaying other rap girls. It's not working for you. Like, because Marcus, after Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion dropped WAP, it had a shift in female rap. A lot of the rap girls, it was a shift. A lot of the girls tried to make their own WAPs, make their own ups, make their own, like, these big, like, anthem-y type of female rap songs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, I feel like it was everyone tried to, because after Big Energy, Latto tried to do another. She tried to take the Say So formula from Doja Cat, and she had a song called Lottery, and it was literally like a Say So 2.0. You know what I mean? But like, there all these, like, the rap, the pop rap anthems from these female rap girls. Right. They took a hit. Like in 2020, it was a lot of Say So, WAP, Up. These big songs, Big Energy, these big rap anthem-y female rap songs that kind of crossed over. The girls tried to follow that route. I can tell, like, that whole pivot. It was a whole pivot with that. And now, I feel like it was a shift with that after Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, that WAP stuff. It was a shift when it came to that. People tried to make their own WAP and stuff, their own Say So and stuff. And then when Ice Spice came, this is my opinion, y'all. When Ice Spice came out with her Munch, and it was given, like, Bronx girl, runaway, run the block, IRL type video. Yeah. I feel like it was another shift. And then I feel like, did Tomorrow 2 come out after Munch? The Tomorrow with Glorilla and Cardi B, the Tomorrow 2 song? Did that come? Yes, it did. It came out after, but that was very. Or was it before? It was after, because that nigga Munch, he eat me like a mango. She said Munch. Munch came out before that. She referenced Munch, right? So the Tomorrow 2 video is a nice, well-shot video, but it gives hood IRL, let's get my girls, we're going to go in the subway. And it was very much, and I'm not saying that Ice Spice started the whole IRL guerrilla-style music videos, but I noticed different shifts when things pop off. And it was very, round the way, round the block type of girl when Ice Spice came out and was hitting.
Glorilla and Ice Spice, who popped first? Now I can't
I
think
think
about it.
Glorilla popped before Ice Spice. It was the FNF was before Munch.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking, but I guess the Tomorrow with Cardi B remix was after Munch.
After Munch,
Right.
yeah. But I'm just saying, like, when it came to like the styling of like the
Styling
round the
things.
block girl, like you could
Yeah.
tell even with Latto. I'm not saying a Latto copy Ice Spice, but just different things. You know, when different shifts happen, different shifts happen. You know, it's just this is the way we're going. This is the trend of it all. This is the trend now, right? So I started seeing more of Latto doing a cutesy little like the ripped graphic shirt, cutesy skirt, like, you know, the same way Ice Spice would do, like, you know, the cutesy bodega baddie type, you know, whatever.
Right.
So there was a shift or whatever, and you know, I noticed that, but I feel like Latto is starting to get her own footing. I do think that she's, like I said, I do think Latto is influenced by other rap girls, Cardi B, Megan, Ice Spice, whatever. But she's really finding her footing. She's leaning more into the ATO stuff, which is cool. And like, you know, she's like, you know, she got cool with Drake. And I'm hearing some Drake influences with it, and then, you know, and Latto does the beat changes that I love.
Yeah,
she does the,
she
you know,
does.
I love a, you know, I love a beat change.
Right. She does. Yeah.
She does the beat changes that I love.
That's why I
So
think she, like, just like you said, the Drake influences, I definitely hear that too. And like I said, Drake is like one of my favorite artists, so that's why I make that correlation. And like just on like a technical aspect, like Latto's voice is like perfect for this shit. Like same way with Drake, they have like perfect voices for rapping and like melodic rap. So it's just kind of like when I hear
this is
vocals,
my
it's, like, perfect.
birthday, my birthday.
She knows how to use it perfectly too, and I mean everything sounds sweet to me.
Even the Big Mama, because she announced her pregnancy through the song Business and Personal, and then she also announced her new album called Big Mama, and even with the cover art where she's holding that cub and her belly is out with her, like her, she has a ponytail in. It's just very, you know, this is just natural. It's not too polished of a situation. You know what I'm saying? She's leaning into, you know, the everyday baddie. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah. But like I said, she's starting to really start making really good songs now.
Yeah.
So I want to see what this album is going to give. I don't want to be bored because Sugar Honey Iced Tea, it kind of bored me a tad bit at certain parts, a little bit, tad bit, a little bit. Because I think she has a good voice, like you said, but I do want more inflections or something. I want more of like a situation with her. I don't know. I want more of like a dynamic situation with her. I want more of a dynamic delivery from her. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being nitpicky, but you know, she you know, she's Latto, so you know, yes, that's how I feel. Any more thoughts on her?
No.
Yeah, I want to see what this album is giving. I just want to see. I think she's gonna be performing at Essence Fest. She look like she a good about 6-7 months. That belly big, so I think she's gonna do like an Essence Fest. I think, and then after that, I mean, she might have the baby, and then I don't know, whatever. Anywho, yes. So, lastly, and Marcus probably don't give a fuck about this, but I'm talking about it real quick. Pussycat Dolls. So Pussycat Dolls came back out, and you know, we all know them as Six Girls. Now they came back as a trio. So they knocked off, like, it's just like the girl, they dropping like flies. Because the last time they made a comeback, it was 5 girls. Now it's down to 3. It's down to 3. But I enjoyed I don't know why I don't want to be mean and say I enjoyed it, but I don't know. Like, I do love the Pussycat Dolls. I think the Pussycat Dolls, their first 2 albums were really good. Like, when they first came out, it was some really good music. I still listen to their music to this day. But when these comebacks that they're doing, it just seems more generic than ever. Even with their last comeback, because they, you know, when they come back, they come out with a random song and announce a tour date or whatever. I think their last comeback tour, it didn't happen. But they released another tour announcement, so I think this one might actually happen. And once again, we're in a touring era where like legacy acts are touring like nobody's business. I can't even count how many concerts I bought tickets to this year alone. But I have a few already I'm going to, and it's only freaking March. But they announced the tour or whatever. But anyway, so I'm going to discuss this real quick because the Pussycat Dolls, the trio now, they were on, oh my gosh, let me see. Whose talk show was this? Did I bookmark her? I did not. So let me bookmark it real quick. Hold on. So yeah, the Pussycat Dolls, they made an appearance on the Today Show to discuss their comeback and their tour and all that stuff. And so they were asked about why is it just 3 girls? And let's just play what Nicole said. Hold on.
members of the Pussycat Dolls. They made some headlines recently after they found out that you guys were coming back as a trio, not as the original group. How did you arrive at that decision?
Well, I mean, listen, we are so, as women today.
I mean, it has been an ever-changing lineup, and this is what it looks like now in 2026. You never know what comes next, and I think ultimately we've got to protect our peace. And when something like the Pussycat Dolls has so much history, we have ruptured in the past, and right now we are repairing, and we're sort of on the same page with that. But
So they tried to ask Nicole, or they asked, of course, Nicole's the lead vocalist or the only vocalist in the group. They asked why is it a trio? She couldn't even say why. Like, it was like a loss for word. I don't even know why she froze like that. And then the other group member just gave a bunch of word salad or whatever. But here's the thing, right? So Pussycat Dolls, it was always drama with Pussycat Dolls because they didn't like how Nicole was the only singer. Because it was 6 girls and Nicole was the only singer and everyone else was like a glorified backup dancer. But like, they were actually really talented singers, like in the group, other than Nicole. Like Melody, the black girl, she was a great singer. And there's a couple other singers in the group that, they never got their time to shine. It was always just about Nicole. And so that was one of the drama that they always had. And then at some point when they tried to make a comeback, there was like a money dispute, I believe, like of splits and like who gets what percentage and all these other things. It was drama with that. And then I guess this go around, I don't know, they couldn't agree on money again. I'm just guessing they couldn't agree on money again. And like now it's just 3 girls that can take it. And I guess it's at best because now it's more money for all 3 of them, I guess. I don't know. But it was always some weird drama because Nicole was the only one that could sing or that was allowed to sing. And then on top of that too, like Nicole is with these 2 girls, like she's with like literally it's half the group. Like Pussycat Dolls was 6 girls originally and now it's only 3 girls here, which I mean, it doesn't matter because Nicole's going to be the one singing it. But the thing about this, right, is it looks crazy that Nicole is, I don't know. I feel like Nicole always wanted to just be a solo act. But no one really cared for Nicole being a solo act, so she had to be with the girls. That's why she's sitting here with just 2 of these girls with her, and she's stuck to give a fake reason why it's only just three of them. But Nicole is just, she needs the group. Like, she needs the group. And I thought that was always interesting because she was the only one singing in the group. But I guess what was captivating was the fact that it was all the girls together on stage that people were drawn in. I guess, I don't know. I guess it's really interesting, this whole music theory thing, Marcus, like when it comes to groups and all these things. Like, I'm kind of over musical groups, but back in the day when they did have groups, when it was all but groups, I understand the benefit of a group, because it's different. You have different chances of, there's different variables to be attracted to.
Yeah.
There's different marketing variables. There's different marketing variables. Even with Kim Kardashian, right? And this is like, whoa, right? But whatever. Whatever. Walk with me. Even with Kim Kardashian, when the whole thing came out with her, their sex tape stuff and like the whole thing, and then they had the show behind her and stuff, like, Kim Kardashian, she is the star of the family, but she needs her family because her family helps her stardom. They just do. When she first came out as Kim Kardashian after the whole sex tape, and even now, like, they still have that show on Hulu. Like, her family helps her brand, like, because there's you're spending more time involved in what she has going on, right, because of her family.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's different variables. There's different marketing variables involved around her that will captivate you and keep you over here a little bit longer.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I understand the importance of a group. I understand the importance of an ensemble. But it's just like, you can, like, it's like, damn, like, you can, like, she can't even have a solo career if she wanted to. No one would give a fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she's literally the only one singing on the songs, but no one cares because they only care about the ensemble of the Pussycat Dolls, not Nicole. Right. But I just thought this was a fool. How you can't even sit, Nicole? You can't even sit here and say and give a fake reason. The other one that don't sing got to give a fake reason.
Right.
Like, damn. But I think it was just drama and ego because they didn't let the girl sing. Even when Melody was in the group, they didn't, like, Melody really wanted to sing because she was a vocalist, and they wouldn't let her. I guess because it was just the ensemble the idea of Pussycat Dolls. And then one more thing too, one of the girls from the Pussycat Dolls came out, the dark haired one that like, first of all, I don't give a fuck about none of these. Like I barely give a fuck about Nicole. But and this, I'm not even no shade. This is no shade. But the other group came out. Her name's Jessica Sutta. She said that she believes she was not called back for the reunion because of her ties to Trump and how she's a MAGA. Like, girl, no one gives a like. This is why it could come back as a trio, because no one can. Girl, you didn't sing, so who gives a fuck about who you like support? Girl, I don't give a fuck. It's not because you don't matter. Now I can be a big C. Now I was ready to defend the girls for not being able to sing when they wanted to, but fuck her, because like, girl, what? Because I'm a MAGA supporter? No, because you're not needed and there's no use for you. That's why you're not back. What were you gonna say?
Oh, nothing.
I looked at their tour dates. They're gonna be in like West Bubblefuck, like Bristol, Virginia, Jiffy Lube Lab. I think Jiffy Lube's still like way out there. I mean, if it was convenient, I would have gone maybe. But I don't know. I just feel like 3 is not. I mean, I understand like they can still go on tour with 3 of them because it's still a group, but it's like not the same. And then they also came out with a song, called Club Song. It's super generic and it feels outdated and like it's just blah. But I know they have to put out a song because they're going on tour. But nothing touches their first 2 albums, and I think I don't know why, maybe because they had a machine behind them. Their first 2 albums, it was they're so good. Like I think their first album, they had a few different singles. Their first album, it was Don't Ya, Wait a Minute, Buttons, is it I Hate This Part. They had a few singles from their first album. They had really good music, but now it's just generic-y and just like it's just like, okay, I guess whatever. I don't know, but
Say a little washed up a little bit.
Yeah, it's just like there's no like this. It just gives Nicole really just wants to go on tour, but she can't by herself. No one cares, so she has to get with the girls. That's what that is. Like you even see with like, and this is no shade, like because I still might go to their concert. Bow on B2K, like B2K and all that. Like Omarion, like he's the lead singer and he has a solo career, and I know that he has. I don't know these people personally, but I know as a man, I know that he has had an ego with those guys. Like he's the solo guy. He's the one that always sung in the group, and he had a solo career with hits, with his own solo hits. But it's just like I feel like if Omarion didn't have to, he wouldn't be on tour with B2K. Like if he was interesting enough on his own for a long enough time, I don't think that he would have squashed the different, because it was a lot of things they had to squash in order to go on tour. But the fact that you're willing to squash all these things, like Lil Fizz used to mess with his baby mother. It was really a thing. Like it was some real shit. Yeah. So it was just like for you to sit down and really try to figure it out, because you better get this and get this money and figure it out.
That was very weird. That whole thing.
It was a whole love and hip hop thing too. It was a whole thing. Yeah. It was a whole thing. Yeah. But it's just like, yeah, I feel like, and I'm not, and this is not being me. I'm really not. I feel like I'm sounding like a bitch when I'm saying this, but it's like I'm not. I swear. But it's just like I'm just telling the truth. Like, come on now. Like if Beyonce. If Beyonce brings out Destiny's Child because she wants to, not because she has to, and I'm not, that's no shade, because Destiny's Child, there will be no Beyonce with a Destiny's Child. Like that's no fucking shade. But what I'm saying, there's a difference when you want to pull them out where you have to versus you having to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it would be interesting enough for Omarion to go on tour solo by himself, or like without an ensemble. Like, is it whether it's with B2K or not? You're a part of an ensemble, the Millennium Tour, or Anne Marie, Creole. It's an ensemble of things.
It could, but it wouldn't be as big. Just like you're saying, it wouldn't be like everyone's out to be there.
The Backstreet Boys are still performing, and this is no shade. This is no shade, because like I said before, I'm not. And the thing is, like, I feel like I'm being shady, but I'm not. I've said on this in front of you, like, don't ever be ashamed to clock in. Like, it's more embarrassing if I catch you doing fraud than you working and making money. You know what I'm saying? But the Backstreet Boys, the 90s boy band, they still out. My coworker said she bought tickets to go see them at the Sphere in Las Vegas. They doing a big one.
Right. They like the legacy acts,
Yeah.
I just think it might have been too much extra stuff going on with B2K.
It was a lot.
They couldn't.
It was a lot, because then Omarion went solo right after You Got Served. It was a whole thing.
Yeah, they couldn't lock in and become the legacy act and still be, just like you said, like Boys and Men, they residencies, Vegas, they doing, everybody does that. Like when you have something that's golden, you lock in, you lit forever. To be honest.
Yeah, but you can go and you can go and get that bag. It's
Right,
a
you go get
bag.
the
It's a
bag,
bag.
right,
But
right.
I just feel like like if they didn't have to go out and tour and perform, they wouldn't. And I'm not calling nobody broke. I'm broke. I'm just saying, like, this is a real conversation. Like, I feel like if you had, like, you've seen Bobby Brown on stage, like, it's not. And I'm not. This is no shade, but it's just like, it's not. Don't be cruel. I still be watching the Doing This Story on YouTube. I still watch that shit. He was getting it back in the day, but you know what I'm saying. Like it's like I feel like you yeah, like you got to get your bag, whatever. But anywho, but yeah, that's it for me. I don't have any music to highlight, and I don't have any movies to highlight because I've been toe up in the house. I just been tired. I've been working. I just been toe up and hungover and all types of stuff. I haven't even had time to go to the movie theaters. So I have some movies that I want to go see. Hopefully by the next time I come record, I can talk about them. But that's it for me. No music, no movies. You have anything to talk about before we close out?
No.
All right, y'all. We out. Thanks for listening to Heard the Podcast. Once again, this is Danny, your host. This is Heard. You can find Heard on all podcast streaming platforms. That's iHeart, Google, Apple, anywhere you get podcasts. HER_D the podcast. We're on YouTube. HER_D the podcast. We're on TikTok. Heard Pod. HERDPOD on TikTok. Make sure you guys follow it up, like, subscribe, comment, share, all those good things. Thanks for listening. Out.